by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check 43. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Check.
Let's
go.
Now a give left side to Falk. The 20. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Ready. 10 Tucson. Look at me. Zipper.
58, boy. 58.
Ready.
Marino will look to throw on first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's Where they'll take over. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Big gap.
Slide.
Running right, here's Falk. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Topper. Hey, wahoo. Shoot.
Throwing again. Costello. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch up.
Marino here from the gun. Caught. It's Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Come on, set. 60 or.
You're not ready.
On first down, it's Sullivan. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's how we do
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
I got you.
Now.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Marino. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, box drop.
three. Tootie's the mic. Tootie's the mic.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Go.
From the shotgun, Maria. And a completion to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Marino. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Another try after the first down sack. Marino. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Yes.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Double time. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
2nd and 5. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before, because now
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53 is the mic. Let's put him on.
Yep.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Snap.
Now Marino. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Miami.
Down. 60 outlaw. Bravo.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Go. Go. Get it.
First down, Marino. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready up.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go.
It's going to be a long day.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey.
On 3rd down, Marino. It's complete to Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Sullivan, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Mark 50. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Hey, echo. Be grip.
To throw is Marino. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First down team at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off-play action. Costello. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready, set.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now they try the right side here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Ready, 90, Wolf.
54. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 19 yards away. And the Colts have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
You ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Marino. That was short one to Gesicki. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down is Marino. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Miami.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Oh, look at me.
Here's Marino to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now it's Marino. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Tie it roll. Hey, Orbit. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Yeah.
Indeed, they're going for it with Marino. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
General West. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the defense.
He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get it.
On 1st down, Costello, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, box truck. Ready?
On 2nd and 7, Marino nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
53, check 53. I'm coming.
Hey, exit.
Check. 53's mine. Check.
Now Marino operating with 3rd and long. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Charlie, you can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. No game on this defense. No game.
58, team 6. Team 6.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Hey.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready?
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Bravo.
58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. Come off the ball. Come on.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Cut.
Yep. Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's Marino. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
53. Mike.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Go.
Here's Marino. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, Swift. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strong right. Hey.
Now Marino to throw it. Caught by Wilson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 25-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, check
Alpha.
They'll throw on 1st down with Marino. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch the twist. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Whip, get it.
Marino will throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike, you gonna see me in your nightmare.
Go.
Marino looks to toss it again. And Wilson has it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
50, plant.
Stop your whining.
Hey, high
37. Ready?
Marino sets up. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will shave one more off this lead. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now. Big grip.
Marino will look to throw on first. Forced out. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Check. Alert 3.
Orbit.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Stills. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
You got 3 down.
Looking to throw. Costello got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
49, check 49.
Slam.
Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back to throw. Costello, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battles.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score, Colts 56, Dolphins 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check, 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 check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch that, watch that, watch that. Yes, yes. Get it.
2nd and 10. And he finds Parker here, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Murillo. And he finds Stills, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Hey, Delta. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Hey! Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Now Marino on first down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here we go again with Marino. And this is Parker, complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
Ready?
58, Mike. All day.
Hey, exit.
Any day. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go. 5.
Again, it's Marino. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
18 Gator. 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A strong running. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
You got nothing.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.